Hi, I am Dr. Jacob Larson, and this is Read, Write, and Cite, the channel where I teach you how to read, write, and cite for your college classes. In this video, I'm going to take you through a writing exercise called free writing. There's a lot of different ways to free write. I like to walk students through this process because it does some amazing things, and I'm going to explain that in just a bit. Okay, so what is free writing? Free writing is sitting down and writing without stopping, with the goal of kind of generating ideas. You're not necessarily trying to actually write a paper yet. You're just trying to get ideas flowing. So I like to lump this process, this idea, along with brainstorming. Now, I don't do this every single time, but it is something I like my students to go through because it teaches them something a little bit about themselves and what they're capable of when you kind of put a time limit on something. So here's what I want you to do, if you're willing. I want you to think of a topic that you're currently trying to get ready to write about. Recently, my students have been working on a personal narrative essay, which is, just an experience that they've had that they're going to write down in an essay form with like a main idea, some sort of point that they're trying to get across. If you need an idea, work with that. If not, that's fine. We're going to do this in a couple different rounds. Round one, what I want you to do is sit down with your idea and set a time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just write without stopping and without deleting or editing or correcting your work in any way. You are just free writing. You're trying to get the ideas down without that sort of speed bump, that the speed limit, if you will, the thing that's going to stop you, which is the editor in your head, the voice that tells you, nah, don't do that. Nah, that's stupid. That's dumb. You'll never use that. Turn that voice off. You are just going to write uninterrupted for like 5-10 minutes. Set a timer. Make sure it's somewhere where you could see it. Put it on your phone or whatever. And set it there so that you can, okay, I got to keep going. 5 more minutes. No stopping. And just write and write and write without stopping. Okay? Go ahead and do that. And then, pause the video, go do that, and then come back in just a second. All right, did you do it? Okay, hopefully you did. All right, so here's what I want you to do now. Now that you've gone through and you've taken your 5-10 minutes and you've just written without stopping, look at how many words that you wrote. If you wrote by hand, it's a little harder to tell. You can just kind of look at like how much paper you filled up, half page, I don't know. But if you're on a computer, do a word check, word count. Select your words and see how many words you wrote. This is for you. This isn't like a competition against anyone except yourself. This is just tracking how much you're able to get done in a short artificial period of time. Okay? So, with that number in mind, all right, here's what I want you to do. Look at what you wrote, read through it, and find the best detail, the best idea, the thing that you think has the most merit for what you're finally going to write your paper about. Circle it, highlight it, mark it on your paper, your computer screen, whatever. And then that's what I want you to focus on for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Just like you did the first time, you're going to set a timer on your phone, on your whatever. You're going to set it to where you can see it, and then you're going to write, focusing specifically on that thing that you think is the most value, the most merit, and you're just going to dig deeper into that. Okay? And again, same thing. You're writing without stopping. You're not editing. You're not deleting something that you think isn't working. You're just writing. So, go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk again in a few seconds or minutes, whatever. All right. Go pause me and go do that. Okay. Did you do it? Hopefully you did. So at this point, you've written like 10, 20 minutes. Same as before. See how much you wrote in that period of time that you set for yourself. If you're on the computer, do a word count and look at that. Okay, with that number in mind, do you think that if you hadn't have set up this activity in this way, that you would have been able to write that much in 10, 20 minutes? Just knowing yourself, is this about consistent with what you would write, or did you actually write more? I like for students to do this because more often than not, they actually write a whole lot more than they expect. Now, for this essay, I might require students to write 500 or 750 words. Not something that's extremely long in terms of an essay. You may think, well, that is long. But a lot of students, when they do this activity, they're able to write several hundred words, maybe 300 or more words in a span of like 20 minutes. And if you're writing a 500-word essay total, it teaches you what you are capable of doing in such a short period of time. And I think that's important for students to understand, that when you create an environment that you can just focus on trying to get some writing done, then you are less concerned about, like, what am I going to write about? Oh, that's a dumb idea. That's not going to work. Because instead, you're removing that barrier, you're turning off the editor in your head, and you're just letting yourself generate something new. Now, you're not generating a whole 300 words that's actually going to end up in a final paper. You're probably just coming up with some ideas, maybe a tone, and something that you can start from. This isn't intended on being the draft, like I said earlier. This is just coming up with some ideas. But once you have those ideas, that's going to help you as you outline and as you draft and as you go through the rest of the writing process to help you, because you've taken the time to get the wheels moving and get the ideas going. And with that momentum, you have something to work with instead of staring at a blank screen where the cursor's just blinking at you and you don't know what to do. All right. I hope this was helpful. In my experience, I've been doing this for years. It's almost always a very positive experience for students, and I hope this was positive for you as well. So thank you for doing this activity with me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Dr. Jacob Lartson. This has been Read, Write, and Cite. See you next time. Bye.